So it hasn't been like an official Marvel Studios announcement. The only site that I know of that is reporting it's confirmed is Slash Film. They are saying they have people that say it's a done deal. Other places like Deadline, stuff like that are saying, I mean, it sounds like it's happening. They're just working out the final details. But yeah, that was the big news that came down yesterday was that Pedro Pascal, the dude who I'm tired of seeing his face. He's
Mhm.
in every fucking franchise at this point, Game of Thrones, DC, Star Wars, and now the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It sounds like they cast him to play Reed Richards, and I don't like it. I actually, as much as I despise Pedro as a person, I do not like him at all. I think he's a piece of shit. I actually think he's a pretty solid actor,
I
and
do too.
I like him in a lot of things. I don't like him as Reed Richards.
Yeah, I don't like this at all, and I agree with you. I think Pedro Pascal is actually a really good actor, and he does really good in the roles he's in. But he's basically the reality of the Chris Pratt meme. You know how Chris Pratt was referenced for everything, but he wasn't necessarily like, yeah, and he was in like Jurassic Park and all that, and Guardians. Like, people wanted him for Han Solo. People like Chris Pratt. They were like, put him in everything. That's really what's happening with Pedro Pascal. He's being put in everything now. Again, go ahead and do it at this point. Like I said, I have no faith in anything they're doing moving forward. So if you want to cast Pascal as Reed Richards, go for it. It's more problems from Disney and Marvel and is showing that they just don't care about the fans whatsoever. So I kind of am just encouraging this to just do this, move forward with this. Go ahead.
Well, and I think the interesting part that came out last night was from Jeff Snyder. Jeff Snyder, who is adding a little bit more spice to this. He has a piece out here that is alleging that with all the other people that people are widely accepting are going to be cast as some of these characters, that maybe there's a potential that Marvel felt that the Fantastic Four was going to be a little bit too white. And that was one of the reasons Pedro was picked. Pedro's Chilean, right? He's obviously Latino, but it's not like he's super dark or anything like that. Here's the quote. It quickly became apparent that Marvel is going to need a bigger name. Just before the strike took effect, they went out to get Jake Gyllenhaal, but he wanted too much. Added as did Adam Driver. Blah blah blah. With Kirby Quinn and Moss Barak lined up for the other three leads, Feige foresaw another issue besides the actors' fee. I'm told he feared the cast was way too white, in the words of one insider. Reed Richards would be the character eyed to diversify the cast. This feels a little off to me. I don't know how much I buy that. That feels too much like exactly the type of story I would expect. Almost seems like too good to be true. Like that feels made up, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
the truth is, Pedro Pascal's being cast in everything right now, which is annoying. But I guess it doesn't surprise me they would try to go after the quote unquote hot name right now. I don't know. People are still going to feel that way about Pedro Pascal a couple years from now. I don't know.
Yeah, he is Hollywood's darling right now. They love him. They want him in everything. I think this is just a big disaster. I don't think this is gonna work.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I feel like it is happening. Like I said, Slash Film's the other ones that they are saying they have sources that say it's a done deal, whereas Deadline and all the other little bit more reputable ones are saying, yeah, it's in the works. Nothing official, but it sounds like they're working towards it, scheduling and stuff like that. Obviously he's busy. He's got a lot of things he's doing. He's not too busy doing Mandalorian. That's just voice work at this point. So don't even really have to factor that into his schedule.